Good morning, you guys. And today it's not even 4 o'clock. I've actually woke up today at 3. And yeah, so it's 10 to 4 right now. And like sometimes I do like to wake up very, very early in summer because, well, in autumn and winter as well, because I love the seasons. But this is sort of like the only time in summer where I get my mood lights up because it's still night, it's still dark. And if I just quickly show you what I mean and how beautiful they are. So look at that. And they really come alive in autumn and winter months. And then I also have this YouTube on with the snow and beautiful fire. And I miss this cozy feeling so much during summer months, and especially it's also very, very hot. We've had quite a few impossibly hot days, and last night it was cold, so it was just so exciting. And it's like when you do wake up sometimes, I don't know if you can relate, but when you do wake up sometimes very, very early, it just feels like the day is stretching ahead of you forever. So that's quite nice. So today I'm up since 3, plus my son is up in New York still. That's 10:30 in there. So we're texting. So that's another lovely reason to be up. But yeah, so I've already been to the balcony and looked around, and it's just really, really nice. Oh guys, so finally enjoying my morning coffee because it's actually warm, cold enough to enjoy it. And then it's Friday, we're still sort of nearing end of June, and today I've got to go shopping, and then I am planning a very, very quiet weekend. Probably will be working on some content for my work, hopefully, if I feel motivated and if I feel creative. And yeah, so let's see what the day brings us. So let's have a quick morning chat about coffee. Now, what kind of coffee do you guys like? I am the biggest fan of coffee, and I'm constantly exploring in the UK, different coffees, and especially with, again, the price rising up. So I recently become a member of Costco. Guys, this is in no way sponsored by Costco or anything. But one thing that I wanted to research in Costco was the coffee, and whether it would be sort of worth it to, how much it would be, and whether it would be more worth it than to buy them in ordinary shops. And I've discovered this one that I have to show you. Again, guys, this isn't sponsored by anyone. But this is, at the moment, this is my favorite coffee, guys. And just show you closely. I mean, it's it's a kilo of coffee. I paid, I think it was like £11. I mean, I'll take it to Costco one day with me. I've got the nearest one in Watford. It's a massive one. You have to be so careful in Costco though, because it can be so misleading, those prices. You don't always get a good bargain that you're hoping for, and I've learned the hard way. So so we're just going to be opening this coffee right now and having a cup of coffee. So come and join me. Guys, welcome to my special lunch edition where I'm sort of cooking for one, trying to do very simple but at the same time healthy meals when I can. Now today we're cooking such a simple lunch, it couldn't be simpler, but also I can imagine quite many of you would not even call it a dish. But I actually was in a shop this morning and I had this craving for root vegetables. So I got a bunch of root vegetables and today I'm going to cook mash with carrots, sweet, and I'm also thinking potatoes, but I think I'm going to leave it as only mash of sweet and carrots because I'm not feeling that great and I just don't want to push it. So really what we're looking at is we will boil it until it's sort of just soft, and then a lot of salt, lots of pepper, lots of butter and milk, and really make a beautiful mash. So let's get started. So we are now about 15 to 20 minutes of boiling and simmering. Now I think it's pretty much ready to my taste. I mean, you know, the sweet is cooked really well. I mean, it does have this beautiful orangey color when it starts getting soft, which I love. Carrots are still quite hard, but then, you know, like I don't like them too soft, so these are perfect. So I'm just actually going to just turn this off now, and I'm going to strain it, and then we're going to add the lashings of butter and milk. Guys, I understand that adding milk to root vegetables isn't everyone's cup of coffee, but I love it like that. But I know that some people even sort of like mash it with some of the water that it came in, because obviously that water, I'm guessing, is quite nutritious. So it's entirely up to you. You can just mash it with butter, but I like it. I like the whole thing, you know, like the mashed potato feel. So let's do that. So it seems like a lot of food, but actually, because it's just veggies, we call this in Slovakia, we would call this hungry food, because you eat something and then you are hungry 5 minutes later. So it's sort of like we say, this is a hungry food. So let's get started. So I've got some of my salt in here, some of my pepper. Don't want to go too crazy though, and I don't want to add any more spices. So what I'm going to add next is the butter and the milk. But again, guys, you know, of course it's not for everyone, so I'm using this semi skimmed. So I'm just going to first pop some butter in, not too much because I'm trying to be little bit healthy. So just no butter really, and a little bit of milk. So I'm going to pop this back. So very ordinary masher. Of course you can use food processor, but I prefer mashing with hand. So it's not really soft yet. I mean, it's quite hard to mash. I think I will need to get my metal one out. Let me just give it some time to mash. Okay guys, so it would easily do with another 5 to 7 minutes boiling. I mean, I'm not going to get complete mash out of it, but it is what it is. I quite like my texture in this food, so I'm just going to have a little bit of, as you can see, but guys, you know, like I know that so many of you will not even think of this as a dish or complete dish, but I just had such a craving for it today, you know. Okay, so, okay. What does it taste like? That's what matters, isn't it? So, still got loads, you know, there will be enough for tomorrow as well. Just going to close that, and here is my lunch. Okay, so let's try, guys. So again, it's not really a mash, but you know, it's okay. As long as it's soft enough to eat. Oh my god, the sweet, you know, the sort of like the root vegetables in it. It's just beautiful texture, beautiful taste. I'm going to put a little bit more salt in here. I love my salt, and I'm going to sit down with my lunch.